And welcome to another smAshlight segment, the segment where we talk about anything. And sometimes we do it as a separate video, and sometimes not. You'll have to stay tuned to figure it out. First of all, let's talk about our mission. You can read about our mission at smAshomash.com/forum/mission. That's smAshomash.com/forum/mission. You don't have to do a login to read our websites. Anyway, the mission is to assist, study, and report on the ongoing formation of a unified theory of physics, to raise the awareness of the general public of the relationship between space weather and Earth effects. All your weather comes from space, more or less, folks. To connect and consult with media organizations to multiply our reach, to demonstrate cutting-edge proof-of-concept solutions to problems, such as last winter when we grew tomatoes inside, to publish scientific papers in a multidisciplinary manner, including but not limited to sciences like spectroscopy, chemistry, astrophysics, health, wellness, longevity, cosmology, biology, magnetohydrodynamics, geology, etc. To assist mankind by advancing the study of predictive phenomenon in order to optimize value, reduce risk and liability, and save lives and resources, and adapt, no matter what the adversity is. And lastly, to not be ossified in our beliefs and to treat those who are with love, respect, and inclusion to the scientific discussion. So head over to smAshomash.com/forum. There's lots of interesting information there. And please do not
encumber
your mind on YouTube and other places where people are filling your mind with a bunch of lies and nonsense. It's bad enough that the mainstream media, corporations, and governments are on a constant campaign of propaganda. Please have a discerning eye when you're viewing videos such as YouTube videos, because there's way too much nonsense out there. People are paid 5 figures a month, tens of thousands of dollars a month, to talk out there you-know-whats and tell you straight-up lies. Let's talk about some straight-up truths. Here's the pre-market data. And the Dow is slated to open down once again. So sell-off going on the Dow as well as the S&P. NASDAQ expected to open down as well, as zombie corporations such as Google, Facebook, Apple, and Twitter all get hammered. Why? Because they're zombie corporations, that's why. Let's talk about some other speculative investments, such as cryptocurrency. Now, cryptocurrency is nothing like currency. However, it is a speculative investment, like Dutch tulips. Here is the 1-year chart on Bitcoin. If you're a believer, perhaps that's a buying opportunity. Again, not a fan of crypto, but I do follow it because it is a speculative investment with billions of dollars invested. We're also going to look at Ethereum, the second largest cryptocurrency, and we're using the Coinbase exchange because I have an account there. So there you can see Ethereum sold off similarly, and it's typically proportional to Bitcoin. Next, we're going to look at only 2 other items here, a couple of commodities. Gold. There's the 1-year chart of gold, having reached an all-time high. And it's looking a little bit proportional to cryptocurrency for once. Looking a little bit more normal than the market did when it initially crashed because of the COVID scam. Next, silver. And COVID is a massive scam, by the way. I believe it was intentionally designed to crash the U.S. stock market. Why? Because of politics. And there you can see the silver chart is similarly proportional to gold. That's your 1-year silver chart. And that's all we need to show you today in terms of that stuff. Now, we are streaming live to Twitch. So thanks to our followers over there on Twitch. We greatly appreciate your support. And we haven't even been raging about anything yet. And when I start doing gaming videos, I'll probably start raging about things. But until then, I'll chill out. Twitch.tv/smAshomash. And if you enjoy the content on YouTube, please press like and subscribe. Please share the content on your social media. And tell giant YouTube pages that we want to interview them and figure out what it is that they're thinking about. If it's a YouTube channel that tells complete lies and nonsense, don't send them our way. We will berate them and mock them. YouTube.com/smAshomash. No, that's okay. We'll wait for you to press like and subscribe and press the notification bell. The video cannot continue until you do so. All right, just kidding, folks. By the way, today is our 1-year anniversary on BitChute. It's bitshoot.com/smAshoMash. If you haven't checked it out there is exclusive content that you will not see on YouTube. Why? Well, because censorship. Let's talk about the COVID. I'm very scared and spooked. Now, I'm not being flippant. That thing is made in China. Have you learned how to pronounce China? It's C-H-I-D-A, China. And if you'd like to buy one of these UV wands because you're very scared and spooked, UV light kills the Rona. Did you know? So, sorry, COVID. You're not qualified to be my enemy, but see how that works? Plus, you can make yourself vanish. See that? Pretty cool, huh? All right. By the way, you can purchase one of those from a link at our page, smAshoMash.com/affiliate. Let's get back to talking about COVID. Now, do you have a cat? Are you making your cat wear a mask? Are you aware that cats are a little bit more susceptible to contracting and transmitting COVID than dogs are? Do you really care? I certainly don't, because the case mortality rate is probably even lower than my estimate, which I've been saying for months, at 0.04%. Yeah, the base statistical probability of death is lower than 0.04%, and maybe as low as 0.000029% because of comorbidities. Warning, cats might have more COVID than first believed. So if you'd like me to wear a mask, and your cat's not wearing a mask, I've got ideas about what you can do with your mask, where you can put your mask. It's an idiotic, infantile, and pathetic response. This idea that these stupid, idiotic surgical masks, first of all, it says right on the packaging, speaking of stupid idiots, it says right on the packaging that it doesn't protect against viruses, viral transmission. So, what a massive failure. I mean, this mask wearing and lockdown mandate nonsense is pure politics, and congratulations on surviving a global pandemic so far. By the way, next year's not an election year, which is why the COVID will suddenly vanish like this. If you head to smAshoMash.com/forum, you may see information. A 30-plus page document. Again, smAshoMash.com/forum. In the free-for-all forum, there's a 31-page document where we updated it until it became statistically irrelevant. And by the way, it is statistically irrelevant. Let's talk about the WHO's failures. Oh, yeah. How about the WHO's failures? Well, was it deliberate? How come they make so many errors? They've blundered in risk assessment. Gee, who could have called it? I think I said on January 23rd on this very forum that it's not particularly dangerous for healthy people. Taiwan demands an apology from the WHO chief, a complete hack. And the WHO is a complete hack organization, much like the US CDC. Complete hacks. Finland says WHO's coronavirus protocol doesn't work. Gee, who would have guessed? Me! That's who! Anyway, check it out, smAshoMash.com/forum. You can link there from smAshoMash.org. So if you head to smAshoMash.org, right there's a link to the forum. We've also got 2 Teespring stores, as well as an affiliate link, and links to all of our social media, as well as our IP phone. If you've got a news tip for us, please feel free to drop us a line at country code +1, area code 610-936-9799. It's the smAsho VoIP line, and we welcome your input. We've added a new item at smAshoMash.com/affiliate. That's smAshoMash.com/affiliate. And we don't advertise any items that we don't use here. Today's featured link is Nature's Bounty Fish Oil 1200 milligram. We just started taking this, and actually my 92-year-old grandfather's taking it too. We're doing a test. So over the next couple of weeks, we're going to see if we notice any differences, as there's only one athlete involved in this test, and that would be me. And I've already felt a difference, I think, just in mental clarity. Now, fish oil has massive anti-inflammatory effects. If you haven't tried it, perhaps try it out. We'll keep you posted. In about 2 weeks, we'll let you know if we've noticed any differences. Now, we are all over social media. We're on places like Facebook, Twitter, Gab, Minds, Locals. It's smashomash.locals.com, Dave Rubin's site. And yeah, we're all over social media. Check us out on Twitter. I've only recently started tweeting. I've got 1,677 tweets, though, so check me out over there. I've only got 63 followers right now, and I'm actually kind of liking it. And let's do a small cosmology segment. First of all, the Gregor telescope has been doing a fine job. Check out this incredibly high-resolution image of a sunspot. And the Gregor telescope has achieved the highest resolution of any European telescope. And there's an article about it today on SciTech Daily. If you want to read about that, those Germans over there in Spain did a fine job calibrating that telescope. It's very difficult because telescopes can contain a whole bunch of different optical parts that need to be polished to a 10 nanometer level of perfection, as well as perfect lenses and all sorts of other issues with error correction. And you can even see a little bit of atmospheric waving here because this is a ground-based telescope. And what else do we have? Well, how about some information about the Large Magellanic Cloud? If you could see its gas, here's a Large Magellanic Cloud. There's a string of gas that would stretch across the entire sky. A giant dust filament made of, I'm not going to say plasma. Okay, I said plasma. Ionized dust and gas. Now, dust and gas only have to be about 20% ionized to be considered plasma in space, and that has to do with the incredibly diffuse nature of the, quote, vacuum and, quote, space. So this article about the Large Magellanic Cloud, somebody's trying to resolve it. And Scott Lucchini. And yeah, it's a very, very long string. And here's a model about what the Large Magellanic Cloud may have been doing in terms of the galaxy. Is it crashing into the Milky Way? Maybe. Anyway, the Large Magellanic Cloud in today's cosmology segment. So today we're going to feature an object from the Large Magellanic Cloud. It's a highly magnetized neutron star named Swift J045106.8-694803, a catchy name. And here are the X-ray transients from that object. It's a fairly consistent X-ray source here, as you can see, from the historic data that going back to 2004, it looks like. There's an article about it on NASA, if you want to read about that. Swift J045106.8-694803, a highly magnetized neutron star in the Large Magellanic Cloud. And this paper's from way back in 2012, on September 10th it was published. Here's a zoom in on that object, and you can see the Large Magellanic Cloud there. And I'm not going to try to remember the name of that object, but there it is on SIMBAD. And you can link to that by going to the Neil Gorell Swift Bat X-ray Observatory. Chances are, if you type in 694803, you'll probably find it. Let's check. And there indeed it is. I typed in 69480, and there you go. A highly magnetized neutron star in the outskirts of the Large Magellanic Cloud. By the way, thanks to our subscribe stars and to our patrons. Our patrons are the true source of funding for the content. Please consider becoming a patron if you haven't already done so, as we've got a lot of things to accomplish in the year 2020, the year of complete clarity. Who knew it would be as clear as it is? It's clear enough to just make you want to reappear and get back to the credit crawl. Again, thanks to our patrons. Thanks to our newest patron, you will appear the 1st of October. So every month we update the patrons list here, the credit crawl, with active patrons. So thanks again, patreon.com/smashomash, and we put different benefits in there. There's 9 different tiers, all the way from $1 to $15 a month. Thanks again, patrons, and here ends another edition of the SMAshlights. Not always included in the daily space weather, but sometimes. And let's get on to some more. A day